we can also do another thing here as well. We can connect a reducer here that converts it to about 63 to 75. But we don't usually use this technique, and that's about it. So we go to this part. Now let's go back to the plan. Let's see what this was. Let's close it up. And then after that, we can go over to the plan. Now let's go over here to the drain that we have, which I can right click on it and select the draw pipe option. So the system type is already set on sanitary, and then I can change the middle elevation to -0.6, and then I can draw to this point and click to finish it up. And as you can see in the 3D view, we have the piping up to this point. Now let's see if we have a slope on this pipe. Alright, it's 1%. So I'll select the fitting and put it on sanitary type. And we also have the same sort of situation over here as well. So I'll select the reducer and move it downwards to this point. And because a vent is going through and underneath this part, we need to move this. So let's see what the elevation of the pipe here is. It's about -0.53. So I'll select the pipe that we have up top. Click here. Ctrl Z. It seems like the levels are differentiated here. Now I can move this section upwards, or I'll hit Ctrl Z and get a copy of this section. Then I'll move the copy upwards instead, and then using a line, I'll connect it to this line that we have here. So now I'll increase the depth of this, and then go over here and right click on here and hit go to view. So this part is actually seen over here and we can progress with it. So now let me go over to the plan once again. Then I'll create a similar of the 3-headed fitting that we have. And then I'll go over here and click on this point. Then after placing the fitting, I'll select it and change its direction using space, or I can click on the arrow here. Where did it go? Ctrl Z. I'll select it and then I'll click on the arrow that we have here. So we can rotate it this way and then we can move it downwards a bit more. Alright, cancel on this. It was placed inside of this one. So I'll select the align tool from the modify tab. And so we can lock this line with this part of the fitting. Alright, now let's go back to the detail 5. Here I can change the slope of this to 1%. So click on it and edit it to 1. Alright, Ctrl Z. First, let me just delete the pipe. Then I'll select this piece and move it upwards. Alright, then I'll right click here and select the draw pipe option. Then using a 1% slope downwards, we'll start drawing and end it here in the middle. And then I'll use a 45-degree angle to draw once again and then finish it up. Alright, now let's delete the pipe. And then I'll select the fitting and disconnect it from the pipe. Alright, put in 45 degrees for the angle of the fitting. Then let me just select the pipe once again and change the slope to 1. Alright, Ctrl Z, then I can select it and move it towards the fitting. Now we have an issue here. It's fine, I can go over here and right click on this piece that we have and select the draw pipe option. Then I'll use a 1% slope and then a 45-degree angle. Alright, now as you can see, we don't actually get the 45 degrees from the angle because we've already drawn the piece using a slope. Now I can cancel this and go to the architecture tab, and using a reference plane from the pipe piece, I'll create the 45 degrees myself. And then once again, I'll select the draw pipe option and right across this new line, I'll draw the piece. Now we can get the exact 45 degrees this way. Now I'll delete the pipe, and then using the mirror tool, I'll paste the fitting over here. Then using this arrow here, I can change the direction of it towards this way. Now you can do this using space as well. And then I'll grab the circle and drag and move it over here so we can connect them up. Then I'll hit tab twice so that it can find the connection point. Alright, I'll use a line so that we can be sure that it's perfectly vertical. And alright, now it looks better. Now we got rid of the warning over here, but we have this part left. This part of the fitting that needs to be connected to the rest of the piping system here. Alright, so I'll select the fitting of the system and then move it backwards a bit, and then I'll use a line to lock it with this part, and then I'll connect it to this line as well. Alright, now I'll connect the fitting to the pipe. Now we can't get rid of the warning because we have the same diameter issue as before here as well. But there we go, it looks fine. So then I'll hit Ctrl S to save it, and then we can progress from here.